What's up, y'all? We are back, season 2. But guess what?
Yo.
Got the bro back.
What's going on? What's going on, guys?
What's good, man? Yo, it feels good to have you on now. Like, having you in the background, like, that was...
I don't know how I got here.
It was... All right. Brocation versus Vacation, y'all. Y'all remember. That was the last episode of season 1. And it was just like, after that, I couldn't... Rico had to be on. I didn't want Rico in the back in behind the scenes no more. Like, you here.
I don't know how I got here.
Well, guess what? You here now, brother. You here now. You're here now.
It sounds good. It does sound good. I can't front.
So what's up? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Summer just wrapped up, here we are in fall. But the weather's kind of crazy. What do you want me to tell you?
Oh, man. Well, just in case you guys were wondering, it's official. Manny and Rico is the good,
the bad,
the ugly.
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
yes,
I
sir.
like the
yes,
way
sir.
that
yes,
rings.
Yes, sir. But the summer was definitely eventful. It definitely was eventful. As you probably know, we did just wrap up. My bad. I need to speak in the mic. I'm sorry. I'm new to this. Bear with me. But we did just wrap up our Pen Pal dating initiative.
Yes, that was good.
We could talk about that a little bit for those who might not be aware of what Pen Pal is exactly. No, we not hooking up jail members, This is an actual dating app. So let them know a little bit about it though.
All right. So basically, Pen Pal is you meeting somebody without meeting them. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, for 4 weeks, you're going to be talking to someone without hearing their voice, knowing their name. And this is the best part, seeing what they look like. Like, we wanted to take the shallow part of dating out of the equation.
We still kept a little shallow in there.
How?
Bro, I was not hooking nobody up with nobody who was not attractive.
Well, okay.
I was not going to co-sign that. That just wasn't going to happen.
Okay. We made it work.
Yes.
And obviously people were paired. People were actually really paired by their personalities and how they answered the questions. So it's 5 core questions. If you have 5 things that really matter to you, like, for example, if you have a child, obviously you're going to talk about your child like, hey, my child comes first. Is that an issue for you? And depending on how that person answers that question and the other questions, you could determine and say, hey, I want to continue talking to this person and getting to know this person.
Mm-hmm.
So now, from that point, you'll be able to see this person's profile. If that's the person you decide to match with, and that person has to also match with you. And from that point, you see their profile, you see their, like, you don't see their name, you see their nickname, and the nickname is given by us. And you could give some more because you was
after you are paired with, so you as you said, you don't get anything. You don't get a name, you don't get social media, you don't get anything about this person but their brief profile about their past history, their profession, because we like to make sure that nobody's wasting their time. So we kept everybody with professional careers. And that's pretty much how it went. And once you're paired, you speak to this person for about 4 to 5 weeks. And on the 5th week, we arrange a 5-minute phone call.
No, third. You mean third. You said 5. Third. On the 3rd week, we arrange a phone call. You
that
forgot?
Was the 3rd week?
Yeah.
My bad, bro.
Negro, how'd you jump to 5 and it's 4?
My bad.
Yo, he tired.
My bad.
This kid been working all week. I've been working. We exhausted, but
arrange a 5-minute phone call, and then from there we arrange your very first date, where you get to meet said person that you've been talking to for so long, and we send you off your merry way. You have graduated Pen Pal University.
That's it.
So yeah, this opportunity was amazing. We had 5 couples, and we had a sixth individual, which we're going to talk about later on the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could get to breaking down on a few of our pairs.
Yeah, and so far we already have two. We have 2 videos up already of 2 of the dates and them meeting, and you guys can definitely go on our Instagram and check those out and comment and give feedback, share it, and just keep it going, because season 2 is coming, and season 2 is going to be even more live than before.
Yep. We're just about to start taking in applications to launch for January. So yeah, if you are interested or have any single friends who might be interested, anyone looking for love, etc., hit us up.
And shout out to Jusso Brooklyn for filming the footage for the, pen pal process. And, shout out to Cam Work for the work we working right now. We doing things, and we got some dope things coming to you.
Absolutely.
So let's dive right in.
Yeah, let's do it. Intuition and palette.
Ooh, that was
How do we start off with talking about them? All right.
Yo, they were very excited at the beginning.
They definitely were.
Yo, bro.
I feel like out of all of the pairings, I feel like they were the most compatible. They had the same beliefs, they had the same views.
Yeah.
They really connected, at least via the letters that I read.
Yeah, but we did get some good news. We got some good news. There's a second date coming.
Stay tuned.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh man. So I can't, I definitely want to talk to her after the second date and see how she felt. Like she was okay with the first date, but there was a bit of a snag, y'all. And we're gonna break this down for you. So long story short, we do our lives on a bi-weekly basis, and what ended up happening was I think Palette got a little too excited.
Yeah,
and
he got way too excited.
He went and tracked her. I don't even want to say it. Go ahead, man. Just drop it.
No. Say what you got to say, my brother. Say what you got to say.
So, long story short, he went and I guess he figured out, because she said she wore something or something that things they talked about in their letters that really separated her. And he basically used those things to track her down.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Basically track her down on our page. And he looked for a girl that looked half Spanish, and that because she described herself as Hispanic Black, which she is. So he looked for that. And lo and behold, he found that. But here's where he messed up. And this is where he shot himself in the foot. He jumped into her stories. And as you know, anybody that jumps into your stories, you can actually see it. When she told me this, I was just like you shot yourself in the damn foot. What's up with you, man? And I hope you're hearing this. How do you hop on? He could have kept it silent, watched all her videos on her regular page, and the girl went and blocked her page too after that. She was like, we're not doing this.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah.
That was creepy. I'm not gonna hold you.
But their conversation was still good, and it kept them in the game.
I mean, I won't say it did. I'm not gonna say in front. It did leave a nasty taste in her mouth. So I can't say that all was well afterwards. I think he definitely kind of spoiled it a bit.
Yeah, and that was the part that she brought up, was that he did that, which I agree. Like, you kind of took the point away. And you kind of took the point away. Yo, our cameraman nearly busted his ass in the background.
Yo, shout out to Saving Face. Shout out to Saving Face.
Yo, shout out to Cam Work, man. He nearly.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, we are visual now, man.
Yes, please tune into the YouTube. What's the YouTube again? Good job.
Listen, long story short,
We are visual.
We
and
are
we're
visual.
on YouTube to find us eventually whenever he gets the name of it. I promise we're on YouTube. I promise. We're not lying.
But long story short, to wrap up with that first part, they went on a date. It was pretty good. He took her to this place in the Bronx. It's on a boat. I forgot what it's called. It was something Manor, but it was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, I got motion sickness just recording on it, like just because the boat rocks. But
Yeah.
it's fun. I'm gonna take my wife there one day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hang on because it really rocks. So, but it's like it's docked, so I guess I won't freak out too much. But it was a good choice. He did a good job.
Yeah.
Very good job. I think that was our second date.
That was our second date for the day.
Yeah.
That was our second date for the day. The first date was actually Quiet Storm and Captain.
And that's where we are now. My man, just you talk about this one because that disappoints me sometimes.
So, first of all, I'm gonna shout out my brother Captain real quick because he really set the bar. I feel like he really set the bar. He really went out the box. He arranged a picnic for her. But not only did he arrange a picnic for her, but I give him extra points for the location which he chose, which was very aesthetically pleasing. Even she said that it was one of the best dates that she was on.
Yeah, but it's what comes next that
she was very negative. I gotta call it like it is. She was very negative. It was kind of hard working with her because yeah, she was just very negative. She kept on like, because pretty much, so Captain is younger than Quiet Storm, and this was mentioned in the very beginning when they first started talking, when they both received each other's profile. Not that he exuded anything that showed his age, but she just hated the fact that he was the age that he was. Though he still swooned her when he took her out on that date. He still kept up with every dialogue that they had. There was no form of immaturity that was expressed. So that was kind of frustrating to even work with. Even on the day of their date, like she kept on mentioning, like she's about to rock the cradle. She's not staying here longer than an hour. Yes, I'm airing all shit out. Yeah, I came with the smoke.
Damn,
I'm not sugarcoating nothing. And
Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that, like.
but pretty much went on a date and actually enjoyed herself so much that 3 hours in, we had just wrapped up the first interaction with Intuition and Palette. We call her up and Quiet Storm still with Captain. So I was really confused about all this trash talk.
Went to the mall, Victoria's Secret, like
They was cozy.
What?
They were cozy.
Yo, get her, Ricky. Get her.
Yo.
Get her.
Yo. You can't complain about finding a good man, and when you find a good man, you still complaining. You got to do some self-reflection at that point. Maybe the problem might be you.
Oh, wow.
If anybody has anything to say about that, I mean, you can address it.
Oh, you went there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did. So that was date number 2.
Yeah, but that was technically the first date.
Yes.
And then date number 3 was
proximity.
Injustice.
I'll let you take that floor on that one.
I need to drop this before I continue. Because that's what this girl did in this one. She shot herself in the foot. Listen. All right. Long story short, I'm going to make this very quick. Everything was good. Conversation started off slow, then it started to pick up within the weeks. And everything was great.
Just to be clear, it's because they both are in professions that are time demanding, so they genuinely did not have as much time to.
He's a chiropractor, she's a lawyer, so it's like, but long story short, they were compatible. They really liked each other. Like they really liked their vibe and etc. So moving forward, they met. It was a good thing. He looked like he really was feeling her. Like as soon as he saw her, his eyes lit up. It was
No, trust me, he really was looking forward to that day.
Yeah.
He was actually really looking forward to meeting her.
yeah, and it was like I was like, job done. But long story short, it turned out that she actually knew who he was the whole time. Based on his description, was very specific because of where he lives and his profession and his like just a lot of things he said pointed her in a direction where he actually messed with a girl that she used to be cool with. And the problem was she really kept attacking that conversation during their date. And hence why I pulled that damn trigger. Because she played herself. You played yourself. Like, why would you keep bringing that up? And I wanna bring up something he said. Can I bring that part up at the end of the date?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, apparently after the date is over and whatnot, so she dropped the sex bomb and was like, basically the next person she had sex with, she wanted to marry, which is cool. But after you drop so many bombs and you drop that bomb, and it's the final bomb that killed it, and that was a joke that I think she made. And I'm hoping it was a joke.
If it was a joke, it was definitely
she
a
says joke. Before he leaves, so you going to her house now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna press every damn button.
Oh, hell no!
I'm pressing every button.
You got too much dip in your chip.
Some milk.
I'm sorry. I had to press every button. That, yo.
Yeah. I
And apparently the girl lived around the corner, so I guess she felt like the joke was like warranted. And it was like,
my whole beef with that, and I've addressed it to her, so she's well aware on my take on it, was this is an old friend. It's not even like this is a current friend of yours. You guys are not even close, in contact at all anymore. What was the reason to address that on a first date?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I really want to cover tonight. Also, once we get through all of this, but first impressions, presentations is a must.
Yeah,
that all goes for men and women. Like that's not cool. Like nobody's trying to hear that on the first date. Especially if you're really digging me. Why are you telling me about my past? Did I come on a date to talk about my past? No, I'm looking towards my future. That's why I'm here. That's why we're sitting here. So the fact that she even did that was just corny to me. But that's neither here nor there. But we gonna talk about that though. Yeah. But what we got next?
Oh, I'm gonna let you take this one. This one is Hustler and Levels.
Hustler and Levels. Hustler and Levels. They were this, in my opinion, after Intuition and Palette, I would say they had the most in common. Mm. Their dialogue, the things that they had in common, the things that they were into, their ambitions and passions. That's how they got their names. He's legit a hustler, a professional hustler, of course, and she's all about leveling up. So they naturally vibe together, and even when they met, they vibed together. It just so happened that they vibed way too much, and they connected way too much to the fact that their circles were actually intertwined.
Yeah. So
I think that kind of
drop that kicker. Drop it.
Yeah.
Drop what made them in common. Let's.
So they have friends in common. And
that were siblings.
It doesn't get more weirded than that.
Like,
and mind you, we didn't keep in mind, folks. We didn't pair these people up. The system paired everybody up.
Not at all.
We had nothing to do with that. So the fact that they naturally paired up and just happened to be in the same circle, is beyond me.
Like they're best friends, are twin siblings. So it's a pair. It's a guy and girl sibling twin pair. And he's friends with the guy. She's best friends with the girl. And it's like, booyah in your face. It don't get any better than that. I don't know what to tell you.
So,
like, but, how is that like that? It's going, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not even that he's not good looking or anything. It's just a lot.
There's a lot going on over there. There's a lot in that
I hope
department.
that salvages.
I do too. I think they'd make a really good pair.
Yeah.
I'd be for hearing them going on a second date. I genuinely would like to see that.
I would like to, it's to the point where I would like to spoon feed them the date. Just here, eat.
Nah, I think we've done enough. I think everyone who went on their dates, I think we held their hand enough and we threw them back into the world. What they do with what they learned from Pen Pal, I think that's what they need to utilize. I feel like some people learned a lot from Pen Pal. I feel like some people didn't probably. I know me working in the background of Pen Pal, I definitely learned a lot about it. I learned a lot about like discipline and stuff like that. So I would hope those same disciplines and lessons were passed on to our fellow participants of Pen Pal. And
I mean, we have also current events and Mosaic. That was a good pair. They started off very slow and it picked up towards the end, especially after their phone call. Their phone call really it created the hit because they love Friends, the show. Ding, 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 ding. But yeah,
I didn't even catch that one.
Oh man,
I didn't even catch that one.
I used to watch that show a lot though. But yeah, so they had so much in common, and it was refreshing to actually, because we were nervous about that pair because it was like they didn't talk so often, and it just started to pick up towards the end. Mm-hmm. After that phone call, it came up, and then the date. Apparently, the date was great.
Gotcha.
It just, I guess it just didn't work out because there was I think cultural differences in a sense.
Yeah, more so cultural differences. So his background, his parents, he's very family oriented, and his parents don't speak English at all. So naturally, him being family oriented, he would like to be with someone who can communicate with his parents naturally without him having to constantly translate. Mm-hmm. Do I feel like that was a major, that's an issue that could have been overlooked? Absolutely. I feel as though
it could have been fun. It could have been fun teaching her Spanish.
Yeah, it could have. And there's always other methods to go about that. Yeah. Do I feel like he might have sabotaged a good thing? Possibly, because I do feel like they did get along.
Yeah, and she's a great girl. She's a great girl.
I believe it. I was really shocked to hear how well they were getting along and how much they actually did have in common.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was an unfortunate one.
Yeah.
But I really liked that date. I think that date went really well, personally.
Yeah. But I just wish it went further beyond that first date.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
we have Sunkiss and Sizzla.
But I didn't get it.
Yo, one thing I can say about Sizzla, man, the man can talk.
Yeah.
My man was throwing out his best work.
Yeah. He had her.
He had the word slurring, and he had her talking about life, futures, families. Yo, my man was working overtime to the point where so this couple actually did, because she's a flight attendant. Sunkiss wasn't able to make it out for a date in the time span that we were doing the first dates. Mm-hmm. So we actually arranged a virtual date for them. And when I tell you, my man brought out the chain, My man licked his lips more than LL Cool J.
Yo,
like,
son.
I was so surprised.
You could tell he was feeling her butt. Their situation died down a little bit.
Gotcha. I as
you know what
someone who works in the aviation industry, I can definitely say that the lifestyle is very demanding. So I can definitely see how it could put a strain on things.
Do you think she would have got along with like another flight attendant if we found one for her or whatever?
I'ma say I don't know.
Because with two of them traveling and stuff, like
that can be a good thing or it can be a really bad thing.
Okay.
Flight attendants have a terrible reputation, so flight attendants tend to steer away from.
Do tell.
I will not share. I won't. I'm not about to put no flight attendants on Smash.
I gotta mess with you and put you on the spot.
I'm not putting nobody on Smash. But I will say that the industry is very time consuming, and it does take you away from your loved ones for a period of time. So, like for somebody to be involved with somebody who's within the aviation industry, they would have to adapt to that lifestyle.
Okay.
Or there would have to be some type of compromise. So I could definitely see how that could be a strain. And for him to have been putting all that work, throwing out all his best lines like that. Yeah.
So we got a little surprise for y'all. We have one person that I guess didn't make it into the fold of Pen Pal. And I guess we're gonna have a chance to have a conversation with her. And actually talk to her and get her perspective of it. The name for her that we had for her was called Absolute, and it was a good name because she's like really an absolute package, like really an awesome person. She has her own workout business, and she's a personal trainer, and she's a nutritionist, and she just has all these things.
She's a ball of fun.
Yeah, ball of fun.
She's
awesome
naturally
person.
a ball of fun.
Awesome person. So we're gonna call her real quick and get her on moment of truth. So let's give her a call and see what she has to say. Oh, all right. Give me a second. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. All right, got her on the line. Absolute.
Yo.
What's up? It's the good, the bad, the ugly. How you doing?
Can you hear me? Hold on a second. Okay, put my headphones in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
So how you doing?
I'm good.
You're
How
good.
are y'all?
We are great. We were just talking about the Pen Pal process for everybody and how everything has been going. So how are you though? Before we continue.
I'm fine. I had a productive day.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
Before we get into it, shout yourself out real quick. Tell everybody about like what you do and stuff like that. Tell them about your fit life and stuff, so that everybody gets a more of an idea of like what your life's like.
Okay. Well, yeah, I try to work out almost every day. I am going into like personal training, group training, and like nutrition. So, yeah, that's my life right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. So, we, as Manny was just saying, we are talking about Pen Pal, and unfortunately, your experience wasn't that great. But we definitely like to hear what your experience was and like maybe talk about it a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have done any kind of blind dating or emailing in this case. You know, I just did it solely based off the strength of Manny. And I was like, you know what, it's fine. What is there to lose? Let me see. Because I think I was like, no. And I was like, you know what, I'll support. But I feel like I didn't bullshit it. I'm like, you know what, I'll answer these questions honestly. I'll be truthful. I'm gonna see how it goes. And I guess the system is you guys would match me with whoever the closest match, I guess. And I didn't get any just because I guess I was too honest in this case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I don't regret it. I would go back and do it the same way,
Okay.
just because I don't know. I don't believe in omitting the truth. If that makes sense. If I can say it then and there, then I'll just say it.
Okay.
If it's something that's gonna come up eventually, I'm gonna say it up front. Why waste time?
Which I do agree. If it's for you, it's for you. Whatever you know.
Mm-hmm.
When you put your truth out there, the person that's for you will stick around with it. So I do agree.
Okay.
So is that a yes to Pen Pal season 2?
No.
Damn.
I saw that one.
No, I feel like I had this convo off the record before, but nah. I feel like I tried it. I believe in to try everything, and I think that's it. I'm
Damn.
fine.
You know what? We're gonna formulate a special thing for you, just for you, just for you.
What's this formula?
Nah, like a courting absolute.
A who?
Courting absolute.
Oh nah, that's insane.
We're gonna get like 7
I might
beautiful.
be with
No, we're gonna get 7 handsome men, and we're gonna just line them up just for you.
Yo, I'm weak.
I'm just saying. But so okay, so one of the biggest things that came up that you brought up was being a mother. So do you think as a mom in the dating world to get a shot, you have to not share immediately?
I would
because it's not omitting.
You know, it's so crazy because I think if it wasn't blind dating, I don't know. I can't say because I feel like I've dated and I mentioned it just because it came up. Like I'm not here bringing up like, look, this is my town. Look, this is what they do. Nah, it just comes up naturally, and I'm not about to go into full detail about my kid. It's just it come up, and that's it. And it's like,
Okay.
and honestly, come on, we live in the times now. It's 2020. You got access to my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's like you see it there. I'm not hiding it.
I get you.
Right there. So it's like, what's up? I'm clearly out. I'm putting myself out there just by joining the pen pal or going out on dates. So it's like, yo.
And we thank you for that.
know?
We definitely do. Thank you for that. I think we definitely did touch on this. You and I once about like my whole take on that was just how you go about
strategy. If that's your thing.
I'm sorry.
Strategy, basically, that's kind of what you were saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't want it to be taken as omitting because it's not necessarily omitting. Oh. It's more so like you just said, like allowing it to flow naturally. Like you don't necessarily have to, because presentation. I'm big. All right, I'm big on presentation, and it's. I hate to say that it's a bad look, but it's not something that somebody really looks forward to hearing on a first date.
True.
It's not something that somebody looks forward to hearing. It's just like saying a dude telling you like, "Yo, I'm between jobs," or "Oh, I don't got it right now." Like you might overlook it, but it's not really something you're looking to hear on a first date. It's a terrible presentation.
That's true, but I mean, honestly, if it comes up organically, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here about to. I'm not trying to tell everybody, whoever I'm dating or whatever. Oh yeah, this is. I have a child, but I don't know. It's just
because my thing
comes with it, like
if
it
absolutely
to be
absolutely, and I feel
then
I feel like because once again, like I was saying earlier, like you are a big ball of fun. Like I don't think that having a son cancels you out or means that you were unable or not compatible to find love, whatever the case may be. I do feel as though if you would have gotten to the first date and it came up naturally, it wouldn't even matter.
Got
Like
you.
if y'all are just naturally flowing and talking and getting to know each other.
But I
But
gotta hold on. I wanna butt in.
Absolutely.
Just because that's the whole point of y'all mission. You know, the blind date. That's
Mhm.
what it was. To have these conversations before I see how you look, you know, just to get that stuff out there.
Yeah.
But there's
So
there's ways to go about getting what you need to know without having to actually say anything. Kind of like how the core questions go. That was
exactly
the whole
why
purpose.
I answered, because they all wrote the same questions, talk about family. So it's like, and that's where I'm like, and that's honestly where I felt like I was omitting that. I would be omitting that if I didn't answer that truthfully, if I didn't bring it up, because and I feel like every one of them was like, "Big with the family. Do you want a family? Blah blah blah." So I'm just like, yeah, I got a child, so you know, well, I'm family oriented. Yeah, like you know, I'm about this already. But I don't know. But would you date somebody with a child?
Yeah.
I don't think
I've dated someone with a child.
I don't think that cancels. Once again, I don't think that cancels you out. Like, I go solely off of how I vibe with a person. So whether you have a child or not, like, that's not, like, naturally that's not what I'm looking for. Like, I don't wake up and say, hey, I'm looking to meet somebody with a kid. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Like, if there was a room full of women, that's not the first thing that I'm looking for. But if I naturally just happen to vibe with you, it's not canceling you out. So I would not say no to somebody with a kid. But once again, like, going back to pen pal, if none of the contestants are saying that they have kids, and naturally in the back of my mind, I know that I personally, that wouldn't be my first round pick, unless there's something else that I can overlook the fact that you have a kid.
But I think that honestly, just you, I guess, speaking in that way, it's kind of like a turn off. And I know you're just speaking from the other gentleman's point of view or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, nobody wants to hear like, oh, you don't, blah, blah, blah. Everybody has their preferences or whatever, but it's like, I'm not about to feel shame or because somebody is going to be a part of my entire life. So it's just like,
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But once again, it goes right back to my initial
and that's
example.
the whole thing about getting to know each other. So
Absolutely.
that's my whole thing with the whole pen pal was because you want to get to know somebody. So
Mm-hmm.
if that the whole matches, if I couldn't get matched with anybody just from the questions, the core questions, it's like, all right, then why are you even in here for it if y'all not trying to get to know anybody? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could have overlooked that, because that's what they're here for. They're there to get to know somebody regardless of what you won't normally, because that's what this was for, to give other people chances who you won't normally. You normally won't give shorty with the child a chance if you see a party or whatever or wherever. But
and we must admit,
that's it. You get what I'm saying?
And we must admit, like,
that was a chance for y'all to get to know shorty with the kid, because you usually don't.
Yeah.
Shorty's a big ball of fun, but you know, it's whatever. I don't think I was salty.
And we get it. It's a shallow part that the men had with them. But also too, like, I'm also happy that you did put that out there, because it weeded your situation out. It helped you eliminate.
Yeah, because y'all did me the favor.
It saved you the time of meeting somebody and then later on down the date just be like, oh, so you didn't want no kids. Oh, you didn't want.
Well,
no
and honestly, because the answers that they gave or their questions, it said that, you know, they wanted. I'm pretty much sure I think all of them wanted to have kids one day.
But also too,
so
let's keep it a buck.
Oh,
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. You was dumping a lot of dudes too. You was like,
no. Honestly, no. Honestly, that's a fact. Because I remember y'all were like, "Yo, remember you
Yeah, you
And
dumb.
I honestly, I had preferences because it's like, come on, but I wrote back my answers, but at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, let me get this thing right. You know what? Blah, blah, blah. I felt like there was no effort in a lot. I think maybe only 2. I think I only was like, nah, only these 2 I choose, and the rest, it's a dub.
So if those
Because I
guys
felt
had
there was
put
no effort.
so if those guys had put effort into their answers, it might have made a different impact on how you would have.
Yeah, and then grammar. Not even really grammar, not grammar, but spelling.
You one of those. You
I'm
them
like,
sticklers.
come on, I'm not texting, but it's different. It's not no text message because me, I text crazy. Like, I'm not doing no grammar, but
I
you
thank
want
you.
to get to know somebody.
I thank you for keeping the pen pal to a high standard to where the grammar
that's
was
what
important.
Yeah.
Very important. We appreciate that. Wow. But definitely thank you for even like jumping into the beginning process and trying it out. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate just jumping on that and trying it. If you know anybody that would be interested, definitely send them to us.
Definitely, yeah. I'll stay in the loop and I'll share as much as possible. I think I might have a little few prospects for y'all.
Oh,
Heard it.
Oh, right.
Dial 1-800 the
Yeah, it was
good, the
definitely
bad,
an
the
experience.
ugly.
Oh,
A short-lived experience, but it was, it was cool to honestly put myself out there because I don't be doing that often.
so we took you out your shell.
Oh, well, okay, I guess you could say that because that's something I will not do. Like, blind date, like, no. Call me shallow, but I like to actually meet people.
Yeah, you want them cute, muscular ass niggas. I get you. But definitely we're gonna let you go. Once again, thank you. Stay safe. We know Corona's back.
Nevertheless.
That's a fact.
Never left.
So, yeah, so just definitely stay safe and good luck in the dating world. Hopefully you can come back to Pen Pal at some time. Maybe try to college again.
Way that in the combo.
All right.
Thanks for the experience. It was cool. I'll holler at y'all.
All right, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You have a good night.
All right, good night. Man, that was
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was good. I liked her feedback, and
yeah, I respected how she stood her ground.
she said that she'd still do it again. So, hey, look, at the end of the day, dating works for you how it works for you. If you have a style, if you have a way, then it is what it is. But, now that Corona's back, now that Corona has been back to what it was last year around this time where people are, freaking out and shit, come join Pen Pal.
No, we'll definitely be taking applications in the next couple of weeks to launch the second round of Pen Pal in January. So definitely look out for that. Look out for it on our website to be determined when that will be launching. But until then, you can definitely find more information about it on our Instagram.
Yeah. And the website's in the works. It's already there. We got
Stay
everything.
tuned for that.
Stay tuned. It's coming.
Stay tuned.
It's coming. It's coming strong. And we got something special in that for Pen Pal. So,
but yo, what was your take on that whole entire experience?
it was good. It was fun. It was, my wife enjoyed it. Like reading some of the emails and just,
those emails got me through some flights, bro.
Like it was good. Like I really enjoyed every part of it. I really enjoyed reading certain messages, like when Sizzler was like, "Hello, good morning, beautiful," and she's blushing, and it really showed the potential that was there. It's just everybody has to get over that extra part, which is the meeting and seeing each other, being around each other. On paper, every single person was compatible with the other. On paper.
On paper, yes, absolutely. I would definitely agree to that. I think for me, I think the challenge in which everyone, I will gladly hand clap, give them a pat on the back and say that they all succeeded at is exceeding the conversation past how you're doing.
Yes.
Like I rarely heard anybody write, "Hey, how are you doing?" Because you're talking to this person on a daily basis and you've never met this person. So you're going to have to come a little harder than a generic, good morning, how you doing? So I applaud everybody for that.
Yeah.
I also applaud everybody on the discipline that everybody was given on trying to get these emails out and like responding to them and stuff like that. And like really, really opening up.
And
I feel like people really showed their true selves in these emails.
And there's
like even Sizzler with his one-liners. Like I felt like he was really opening his heart out to us. So I definitely commend everybody for that. It was definitely amazing to read and watch on the back end of it. So definitely, yeah.
Everything was good until they met face to face. But definitely stay tuned for part 2. But before we go, I do want to say one thing, and I definitely want to shout out the men. Like the women were great, but one thing I did like about the men, and you know that's one thing that we always have issues with, is communication. And the men communicated effectively.
Absolutely.
Writing the letters they wrote, the things they said, the things
questions
they
asked.
Yes. We really applaud that, and we really love that. That was, when I say energy, energy. And it was great. It was really refreshing to see that. And
like I'm talking 3-page letters, 4-page letters, Aaliyah.
Essays. You know, but
4-page letters, bro.
But definitely, hey, listen, part 2's coming, season 2's coming.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys for the next episode. Wow, season 2, we did it, man.
We here. I started from the back and now I'm here.
You're he said started from the back, now I'm here. Listen, let's wrap up.
One time for the one time.
One time for the one time. But guys, thank you for tuning in to the good,
the bad,
and the ugly. Peace.